and the little dog. The ass, observing how great a favorite a little dog was with his master, how much caressed and fondled, and fed with choice bits at every meal, and for no other reason that he could see, but skipping and frisking about and wagging his tail, resolved to imitate him, and see whether the same behavior would not bring him similar favors. Accordingly, the master was no sooner come home from walking, and seated in his easy chair, than the ass came into the room and danced around him with many an awkward gambol. The man could not help laughing aloud at the odd sight. The joke, however, became serious when the ass, rising on his hind legs, laid his forefeet upon his master's shoulders, and braying in his face in the most fascinating manner, would fain have jumped into his lap. The man cried out for help, and one of his servants, running in with a good stick, laid it unmercifully on the bones of the poor ass, who was glad to get back to his stable. A place for everyone, and everyone in his place. The Envious and the Covetous. Two men, one a covetous fellow, and the other thoroughly possessed by the passion of envy, came together to present their petitions to Jupiter. The gods sent Apollo to deal with their requests. Apollo told them that whatsoever should be granted to the first who asked, the other should receive double. The covetous man forbore to speak, waiting in order that he might receive twice as much as his companion. The envious man, in the spitefulness of his heart, thereupon prayed that one of his own eyes might be put out, knowing that the other would have to lose both of his. Envy shoots at another and wounds itself. The Mouse and the Frog. A mouse and a frog had lived some time in intimacy together, and the frog had often visited the mouse's quarters and been welcome to a share of his store. So the frog invited the mouse to his house in return. But as this was across the stream, the mouse, alleging that he could not swim, had hitherto declined to go. The frog, however, one day pressed him so much, offering at the same time to conduct him safely across, that the mouse consented. One of the forefeet of the mouse was accordingly bound to one of the hind legs of the frog by a stout blade of grass, and the friends set off to cross the stream. When about halfway across, it treacherously entered the frog's head to try to drown the mouse. He thought that by this means he should have undivided possession of the latter's stock of provisions. So he started for the bottom of the stream, but the struggles and cries of the mouse attracted the attention of a kite who was sailing above in the air. He descended and caught up the mouse. The frog, being tied to the mouse, shared the same fate, and was justly punished for his treachery. The evildoer is often undone by his own scheme.